Happy Victory Tuesday. I'm your host, Alex. Please like, comment, and subscribe. What a day. We come off a huge divisional win against the Jets, and then we trade for Amari Cooper, which is something that I've been looking forward to for 2 weeks now. They restructured his deal 2 weeks ago, saved him a bunch of money, and made him very tradable. We don't know the trade details yet, but I know he only costs like $700,000 this next season, which to normal people sounds like a lot of money. And to football fans, they know that is super duper cheap. We can then extend him after that. He is 30 years old and has a ton of juice left. Right after the Jets went full desperation mode and traded for Devontae Adams and gave up. If he hits an All-Pro or an AFC Championship game, he's a second-round pick, but he's a third-round conditional otherwise. But he costs tons of money, and he's 32 years old. Total desperation move by their part. They're down bad. Last night's game, just to get into that really, really quick, Ray Davis, player of the game for sure. Allen, honorable mention, player of the game. They went up 20-10, and if it wasn't for a Hail Mary, we had all the momentum. I think it would have been a blowout in the same realm as the Dolphins or the Jags game. But when they got the Hail Mary, momentum shifted. Second half defense tied down a little bit. Taylor Rapp, defensive player of the game, along with AJ Epinesa. Ton of flags impacted both teams. I thought it was called pretty fairly, but awfully on both sides of the ball. Don't let Jets fans tell you that they got the game stolen from them. They didn't. We won this game. We missed kicks. They missed kicks. There was penalties on both sides. I'd argue our penalties hurt us worse than theirs hurt them. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I want to get right into Amari Cooper. This is a huge freaking deal. He is no longer what I would call him like an elite number one receiver, but he is a really good two still, a low end one that has tons of deep speed, great separator, great route runner. He has had some drop issues this year, but a lot of that is just when you're in a bad team like that with the Browns, eventually that starts to wear on you and it affects you mentally. You're checked out. You're going to be less likely to catch the ball, things like that. He's still a really good player. He's exactly what we need. He's a guy that other teams have to respect on the outside, on the boundary. He completes the set with our scheme. He can play the Z wide receiver spot while we have Shakir in the slot and Coleman still playing the X, or you can alternate that, whatever you want to call it. Maybe play, they can all interchange to an extent. Look for MVS probably to get cut here, or I don't think Matt Collins gets cut. I think Matt Collins is on this team, but look for MVS probably to go down, and or maybe they open up a roster spot somewhere else because we only have 5 receivers. Holding 6 isn't that odd. So I could see them maybe making a move and releasing, I don't know, maybe a corner. I don't know. Maybe Kyrie Elam's part of this deal. Who knows? So it could be anything. But what I will say is he gives us what we don't have. We don't have a deep speed field stretcher that teams have to respect. MVS has not been that. It has been a very disappointing year for him. I thought at a minimum he would bring us some deep speed where he catch a few balls here and there. But I mean, he's caught like 2 balls all year. He's dropped a few passes. He's provided nothing of value. He's not an amazing blocker. He's not a special teams player. If I had to guess, I think he's gone. I don't know if it saves us any. I don't think it saves much, but it might save enough to get $700,000 deal in the contract. So, I'm sorry, under the cap. So, this is an amazing predicament. I honestly thought, my professional opinion, I had no clue. I did not think they would do this. I didn't even hear that Cooper was truly available for trade. That wasn't in the rumors mill, other than a few outside rumors that I heard from a few people on Twitter. So I guess it was true that he was available and his contract restructure would connect the dots there. I thought people were just connecting the dots for no reason because the Browns needed cap space. So I'm glad to be wrong. I was wrong. I said it multiple times that I did not think we would do this. I didn't think we would make any move. And if we did, it would be at the deadline, which is way too late. They obviously saw a big need even after a W. And I mean, this is just a great pickup for the cost. I'm sure we gave up like a 4th round pick for this guy. That's my guess. And if it's like even if it's a 3rd for his contract size, and we can restructure him after this if we want to, and extend him if we'd like. I think that's a good move, probably if it's worth it, price wise. But I mean, this is a move that just changes our trajectory from a team that is going to be that was going to win the division, the fourth seed most likely, who would undoubtedly probably run against more physical, more dynamic teams, weapon wise, like the Ravens and the Chiefs, that we just wouldn't be able to keep up with in the playoffs. And even the Texans, who we should have won. I think we should have beat them this last game, but they had Nico Collins went out too. So I don't know if he was. I don't know if we were really have been that close. Maybe if he was in the game, but Shakir didn't play either. So, but Collins is a better player than him. So in the playoffs, I think we would still been fourth, and this changes the calculus, so to speak. I think that this makes us a legitimate contender. This is really the real missing piece that we've had. The other one is Damar Hamlin's just been objectively bad. He's probably, I think he's the worst starting free safety in the NFL. And this last two games, 3 games actually, he's just not been good. Like, we give up more explosive plays in this past game than any team has all year in a game. And a lot of that is from bad free safety play. Damar's fine in run support for the most part, although he's diminutive in size, but he is not good in coverage. He gets beat often, and he's very susceptible over the top. Mike Edwards was inactive again last night. I think that Edwards needs to slide in and be that guy, or try Bishop. We just need a better athlete back there. I think Bishop may be mentally not there yet to be able to handle that workload. He's going to need some more reps. He will be there eventually, but I think Mike Edwards really needs to step in. I don't think they'll do it. I hope I'm wrong again, just like the Amari Cooper deal, but we'll see. I think that we're primed now to, if we can figure out some things schematically on defense to hide Damar Hamlin to an extent, we're getting ready to go on a better stretch of games than we have been on. We're out of this 3-game road trip. We're 4-2. We won the game. That's probably the most important of the 3 games. I think we should have I was hoping we'd steal one other game, but we didn't. Can't win them all. With Cooper, though, if he picks up on this quickly, I mean, this changes a lot for what we can be. It will open the field up a ton for other guys. I think Shakir is going to benefit a ton. I think Coleman's going to benefit a ton. I think the running game is going to benefit even more. And most importantly, Josh Allen is going to benefit the most. We'll start seeing more. He's been efficient this year. He has 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. Fantastic. But I think we'll start seeing more of these 250 to 350 yard games again. We just don't have the horses to do that on a game in and game out basis right now, like we have in the past with just a mediocre number one. Diggs was a mediocre number one last year, and he easily hit 4,000 yards, and I felt like it should have been more. And I think because of the change in OC, that impacted a little bit. So we will see, but very exciting. I just wanted to jump on here real quick with some breaking news. I'm really excited about this move, more excited than I felt about a trade in a long time, because they did what I wanted them to do that I didn't think they would do, and they did it. And that is huge. It shows you that they are seeing Brandon Beane, as usual, although later than I wanted to be, has shown that he is seeing the same things that a lot of the more educated fans see, which means he's paying attention and he's not just sitting on his hands and waiting on things. And I'm gonna take a little dig here and just doing whatever his quarterback wants to do, since, I know this helps the quarterback for us, but Josh Allen isn't pulling the strings here like Aaron Rodgers is in Jets land, where he's basically the GM, head coach, and quarterback at the same time. So that's all I got. Exciting day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.